Sam, welcome to Shrewsbury Town. What are your first thoughts on joining the club?
Yeah, one of personal, obviously, delight to be here. It's a club which probably for the last 4 or 5 years I've looked at fondly and thought that would always be a good place to manage. And when the opportunity came round, I was delighted to be able to do so.
It seems like a fantastic opportunity for you to climb up that Football League pyramid, really. So what would you say to those who perhaps question your lack of managerial experience so far?
I think everyone has to start somewhere in football. Now, I easily could have started at this level. As it happened, I went down into academy football. I've spent a lot of time after I finished playing. I went and spent a week with Brendan Rodgers at Celtic and a number of other managers who I knew or played under or respect. And Brendan gave me some advice. He said, go and work with the youth team for a while, make your mistakes there, and then when you're ready, come back into first team football, which I did. I went to Wolves for a year, back into the academy there, and then the opportunity came to go to Wrexham, again first team football. So it was a great opportunity, and then obviously I've done well enough to have an opportunity to come to Shrewsbury.
Was it a tough decision really to leave Wrexham, being so soon into your career perhaps?
It was tough because I've got the club into a really good place. It's it's a club which has been in the National League for an awful long time now, but we built on a really good start to the season, and there was gaining really good momentum there. But when opportunities come along, in a club like Shrewsbury come and ask to speak to you, I don't think you can turn that down.
How would you view yourself as a manager? Would you say quite loud and out there, or quite reserved?
I'm not a rant and rave. I think I was brought up in a dressing room where the managers would rant and rave for no real reason. I'm more of a process. There's a process behind everything. I rant and rave if I don't get full effort from players. I think that's the only thing you can really stipulate, that you have to give maximum effort physically. We all make mistakes. We all miscontrol the ball. We'll all miss an open goal. We'll all make mistakes like that, and those you can forgive, but you can't forgive a lack of effort, certainly.
And once you're aware of the club's interest, was there anyone you spoke to, or anyone that popped up that perhaps twisted your arm, such as say like Dave Edwards, who's well known at the club? Anyone like that at all? Yeah,
I speak to Dave an awful lot. Obviously teammates for many years with Wales and Wolves, and so Dave is a good friend. So we spoke at length, and that's partly why historically, like I said, for the last 4 or 5 years or so, probably looked at Shrewsbury and thought, what a really good club, really good facilities, well run. And a really good platform for any manager to come in, and like I said, I'm hugely fortunate and honoured to be here.
And what's the situation with the backroom staff? Is there anyone you're bringing in, or is things more or less staying the same as they are? Yeah,
there'll be 1 or 2 coming in, but what I would like to say is that the current staff here are certainly a big part of my plans here. I think Danny Coyne and Eric Ramsey have come in and done an excellent job, and I'm really looking to utilise them, work with them. The side's in a good place, so I'm certainly wanting to lean on their experience and also build something. If this club is to be successful, which is what everyone wants it to be, it's going to take everyone. It's not just myself. It'll be an awful lot of input from an awful lot of people.
Yeah, it's a club with lots of potential, really. How far do you think this team can go?
I think you probably saw it last year. The points total that Shrewsbury got last year, and not to get promoted has to be an anomaly. Over 2 points a game, and not to get automatic promotion is hugely unlucky. So the club's been there once. Why can't it get that points total again? And this time, you'd like to think it will end in promotion.
And obviously the players will be keen to impress you. What would you say to them that you're going to expect from them on a day-to-day basis?
Just like I said, really about myself, is that my management style is I expect full effort. I'm not expecting all the players to have the skill of top Premier League players. Certain players will have, certain players won't have, but maximum effort physically, mentally. If you give me that, then that you'll be successful as a player. If the players are successful, then ultimately the club is as well.
And obviously, it's everyone knows you've had an illustrious playing career, several years in the Premier League with Hull and Bolton. Is experience like that something that will only help your managerial experience?
Yeah, I think probably more than the Premier League. The Premier League is fantastic, and that's where everyone wants to play and manage and etc. But the biggest thing for me was I probably went from the Conference all the way through to the Premier League, went through all 5 leagues in 6 years. So there's not really a ground I've not been to. I've seen an awful lot of football at every level. What makes it to be successful at each level, and that probably gives me a broader aspect to be a manager. I've not been. I probably made the most out of my ability. I wasn't a hugely gifted player who played Premier League for my whole career and can't relate to to the Championship or League One or League Two or Conference. I've been there, I've played there, so I can relate to the players. I can relate to the grounds we're going to go to and the football we're going to play.
And obviously, you know League One quite well, winning promotion with Wolves in the 13-14 season, so that's only going to help with your job right now, isn't it?
Yeah, that was obviously personally it was a great year. I think it was a record points total for the league, so it was a good year. Other years I think I've got to 2 playoff finals as well in this league as well. I didn't win either of those, so it'd be nice to, maybe a third time lucky some down the line. But yeah, I've been pretty successful in this league, so just trying to bring that into my managerial career.
And just finally, Sam, have you got a message for the fans?
Yeah, all I ask for the fans is to continue the fantastic support what they have done this year. Hopefully they're going to see a side which, regardless of win, lose or draw, I want them to see a side that works incredibly hard. We will go out to win every game. There's no question of that. And if we don't win, I'd like to think it will never be down to lack of effort. So an honest, hard-working side who, with their support, and we have to give them a team they want to watch, and likewise, their support will be instrumental in us being successful. So looking forward to it. Thank you.
Good luck, Sam.
Cheers. Thank you.